India, a land of temples and shrines since time immemorial. Perhaps no other country exudes a spiritual charm as distinctive as she does. Here, Krishna is a household name and he is very naturally worshipped as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Much of the ancient Vedic culture is preserved even to this day in the temples of southern India. Traditional festivals to glorify Lord Krishna have been celebrated here with great enthusiasm. The Agama Shastra or Vedic literature, which describes the process of deity worship in a temple, recommends performance of Brahmotsavam, a festival to commemorate the divine appearance of the deities of that temple. Brahmotsava involves grand processions of the deities on brightly decorated carriers, and the festival usually goes on for 7 to 11 days. It is said that Lord Brahma himself performed the first Brahmotsava festival for Lord Vishnu of the famous temple of Tirupati. Part of the Brahmotsava ceremony is to invite prominent demigods like Brahma, Shiva, Indra and others to participate in this festival of Lord Vishnu. Following the tradition of Vedic culture, the ISKCON temple in Bangalore, a magnificent beacon of Vedic culture, celebrates Brahmotsava every summer. Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, desired grand festivals to be observed in his temples. He wrote in a letter to one of his disciples, "Regarding festivals, you may hold as many as possible. If you can hold such festivals daily, that is also nice. Our movement is for Ananda, simply bliss." To another devotee he wrote, "Best way to maintain enthusiasm is by having festivals. There are so many festivals that I can give you one for every day." Brahmotsava literally means the grandest and the biggest festival of the temple. The Brahmotsava festival is celebrated to commemorate the installation of the Moola Vigrahas or the main deities of the temple. The Utsava Vigrahas or the festival deities receive elaborate services from the devotees during the festival. On each day of the festival, the Sri Sri Radha Krishna deities of ISKCON Bangalore are flamboyantly attired in unique styles with fine silk, exquisite jewelry and fragrant colorful flowers. The festival begins with the worship of Garuda, the exalted devotee of the Lord.
ततो विश्वं व्यक्रामते साधनानजने अभि तस्माद् विराड जायत विराजो अधिपुरुषः स जातो अत्यरिच्यत पश्चात् भूमिमथो पुरः यत्पुरुषेण हविषा देवा यज्ञावन्नत वसन्तो अस्यासीत्
The predominating deities of the 4 directions of space and other prominent demigods are invited with special mantras or prayers set to specific ragas or tunes on traditional instruments. Subsequently, they are offered Krishna Prasadam or the remnants of food offered to Lord Krishna. hoisting the flag bearing the emblem of Garuda marks the beginning of the Brahmotsava festival. Once the flag is hoisted, it is expected that no devotee leaves town for any other work until the conclusion of Brahmotsava. No work is more important than the festival of the Lord. Their lordships, Sri Sri Radha Krishna, were carried on a Surya Prabha Vahana, or the chariot of the sun god, on the first evening of the festival. Ecstatic devotees grabbed the opportunity to render service to their Lord by pulling the chariot amidst bhajans and kirtans.
Very wonderful experience that I've had here. The atmosphere is electrifying. Although it took a little bit of time coming inside, but then darshan, the atmosphere here, the vibration, everything is absolutely breed apart. I'm a resident of Bangalore, have been here, never been here for the Brahmotsavam. Come here for the first time and enjoyed it thoroughly.
The deities receive such special evening services, including cultural dance performances. Yakshagana, a traditional dance of southern India, was performed on the first day of the festival for the pleasure of the Lord and his devotees. The pastime of Krishna killing Kamsa was enacted in this dance ballet. The majestic Lord Narayana is none other than the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, his most intimate form, approachable only by unalloyed devotees like the gopis and other residents of Vrindavana. And Mahalakshmi, the goddess of fortune, is an expansion of Sri Krishna's most beloved Srimati Radharani. Lord Krishna, adorned as Ashtabhuja Narayana, or the eight-armed Narayana, and Srimati Radharani, dressed as Mahalakshmi, were carried on Garuda, or the eagle carrier, on the second evening. Dancers from the Indian classical style of Bharatanatyam depicted Ashtalakshmi, or the 8 forms of Lakshmi Devi, while the Lord and the devotees gave them audience that evening.
My experience with the ISKCON and particularly the Brahmotsavam festival was excellent. The ambience for the dancers to dance, the stage is really very good. Normally in all the performances conducted in temples, it's always like either we're dancing facing our back to the Lord, or the Lord is either to our right or to the left. This was some excellent experience. Curtains were closed. We didn't know that God was there in front of us, and when we entered, it was really, we were speechless. We were spellbound. That kind of atmosphere with the Lord. Okay, maybe a million audience, but the great Lord watching us. That was a heavenly experience.
Lord Krishna